choose whatever they wanted to learn, isn't it? Some people might want to study costing and accounting. Some people might want to study the basic computers. Some people might like to study something related to business intelligence. Though the program specialization is something, through electives they can study certain core subject as well as non-core subject. Probably that will bring flexibility that can also make your program a cool program. And then the study cost. If the cost is more, it becomes unaffordable for your student. If the cost is less, it becomes more and more affordable to your student. Now, all the features which you see here in the first row are nothing but the CTQs, nothing but the specifications of your program. All the features, all the statements which are written here are nothing but the customer requirement. And through the survey, maybe like the Kano model survey, I understood that this is the priority order of preference of the customer. What is most important to your customer? International recognition. When people are doing MBA program, master's program, they expect an international level recognition. That is given most important score of. And what is equally important is the program should be flexible. I must be allowed to work at the same time. I must get a respectable degree. And then is next important to the customer, the respectable degree. And the university should be known in the across the globe, and then wherever I use the certificate, it should be recognized. And then the affordability comes, realistic pass percentage comes, and the cool program comes in the last stage. All of you understand this left side matrix and this this particular thing, the CTQ. So far is good?
Yes.
Right. So now let us understand the relationship matrix. For example, the study cost. If the study cost is more, what do you think with respect to the affordability? If the study cost is more, then affordability will also be tough for the students, isn't it? So the study cost has more relationship with the customer's requirement, which is called affordability. So I am giving a score of 7 out of 10. Because I know study cost has more impact on the second one. So I have given, let's say 7. Similarly, when I want to make my program international, then obviously that will have an impact on the study cost also, or otherwise vice versa, right? The study cost will be high if I am trying to make my program of international standard. So I have given 8 here. However, in order to make this program flexibility, the cost has nothing to do with the flexibility, right? So I have given it a rating of 2. And cost has nothing to do with the pass percentage. Whether you pay less fees or high fees, the exam procedure is same. So again, that is also given a rating of 2. Some very, very low. See, you should not think like, why this is 2, why not 1? I am only interested in finding out the relative importance. Right? I must see to that I give a number lower than the other most important ones. Similarly, the study cost and the cool program has the least relationship. And likewise, I have filled all the boxes as far as the relationship between study cost and the customer requirements are concerned. Similarly, the relationship between industry tie-up and the customer requirement has to be written. And now if the industry has more, institution has more industry tie-up, which customer requirement will get met? Probably the degree will be respected very much in the industry. Am I correct? Yes or no? See here, 9 has been written there. When you have a lot of industry tie-up and maybe that has nothing to do with the flexibility of the program and other things. And see, this is actually a cross-functional team's work. You can always, arrive on a group consensus. If everyone in the committee agrees, then you can, assign the mark accordingly. Foreign tie-up. If the foreign tie-ups is, keeps on increasing, that means what? The international expectation of the students will get fulfilled. See here, 10 has been assigned. Right? Similarly, the online lectures. When the online lectures are increased, when the online lecture feature is increased, that can bring down the cost of the program to a great extent. Initially, the infrastructure and other things, may be required to make the lectures happening in online. But however, over a long run, the cost of offering the course can come down. See here, 8 has been offered here. So this is how the entire boxes between VOC and CTQ are fulfilled. Is that okay to all of you? How the number came? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good. And now you need to understand, the importance. Here you have the CTQ. Here you have the VOC. And now you can, if you multiply these two things, the importance ranking of the VOC with the, what you call, the weightage for the particular CTQ. You multiply this. That is called product. 5 into 1 will be 5. 3 into 4 will be 12. Likewise, you multiply. And all the product, how many products? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 products you have. You sum up all the 6 products, that is called the sum product. So sum product of this row, sorry, this column and this column is 48. Similarly, sum product of this column and the second column will be 39. Clear? How the 68 came? 5 into 5, 25. 3
into 2,
6.
4 into 7, like that.
Very good. So this is 68. Same way you have got all these things. How is it helping you? Now, though there are so many features, specifications of your product, out of the so many specifications, this particular specification adds more value in your product. Can you tell me what is that adding more value in your product? 114. What is the specification? The foreign tie-ups. So it is mainly because of the foreign tie-up, most of your customers are accepted. Do you get the point? So where should you spend your resource? No, where should you put your effort? If you have a limited resource and if you wanted to be very optimally use the resource, then your first focus should be on this particular characteristics of the product. The next importance is study cost. The third importance is 92. Do you get the order of preference for the CTQs is now arrived using the weightage and the preference of the VOC. This is called the importance factor. Clear? Yes?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right. And now this area, which is actually the roof of the house, this will talk about the interrelationship within the CTQ. Interrelationship within the CTQ. For example, when I increase the foreign tie-up, what do you think about the cost of the program? The foreign tie-ups are more. Cost of the program will increase or decrease?
Increase.
Will increase. And see here, that is why, when I go across the cost and the foreign tie-up, I have written double plus. Double plus means strong positive correlation. Since because the foreign tie-up has more importance from the customer viewpoint, when you keep on increasing it, that will increase the cost also. Cost also has equal weightage with the customer. As the cost is concerned, customer expect the cost to be as low as possible. When there are two options, customer will obviously go for the one where the cost is low, isn't it? So how to make the trade-off between the foreign tie-up and the steady cost? In order to make the trade-off, you must understand the relationship within your CTQs. And that is what is expressed here. Double plus means strong positive. Online lecture. When I convert most of my lectures into online, what will happen to the steady cost? Will come down. Isn't it? Steady cost will come down. So here, the relationship is strong negative, double minus. Here we are writing this double plus, double minus, single minus, and then certain things. We wanted to make the correct trade-off. Right? We wanted to make the correct trade-off. I want more international tie-up. I want to know at the same time low cost. Then how will I manage? I will make the tie-up. But all the foreign professors will offer the lecture in an online mode. Am I handling the CTQs properly now? Do you get my point?
Yeah.
More foreign professors are invited to offer lecture to my student. However, the foreign professors, their lectures are limited to online mode. So I fulfill my customer at the same time. I'm making a trade-off. Right here, and thereby the cost also within the optimal level. This relationship will help you to make the right trade-off. For that only we are drawing it here. And now coming here, this is what is called quality planning table. Now there are 3 such institutions in your locality offering a similar MBA program. Now you need to assess where do you stand with respect to the other 2 institutions. Now there are three players, including your company. So your company is given this symbol, ash symbol, and the competitor company this symbol, and another competitor company this symbol, right? And now with respect to the international level of the program, if you are doing very well, then you will be given a ranking of higher ranking. So see here, customer place your company at a higher level. That means the international tie-up and all those activities are very high in your institution, and that customers are giving your institution a higher ranking. But how do you know that customer perceives your quality as the best? By survey only. By survey, isn't it? You did a survey, and the survey results clearly tells that you are considered best in the market with respect to these 3 players, with respect to the first requirement, which is international stand levels. And number 2, affordability. As far as the affordability is concerned, which company or which institution stands best in the customer's view? It is competitor 1. Competitor 1 is doing well with respect to this requirement, but you are in the middle, right? And then respected degree. Respected degree also you are here. Again, competitor 1 is doing better. You need to now benchmark what they have done so that they are standing better in the eyes of the customer than you. Then you need to benchmark and then bring it in your product. Then flexibility, yes, you are playing well. Then the realistic pass chance, you are again playing well. And finally, the program. Maybe you are you are given the competitor 2 to play better than you. Maybe here is a gap. See how this is done. This is customer perceived quality. This is according to customer, according to a survey conducted. This is the position, your baseline. All of you understand how this is done? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now coming here. Now you have the specifications of your company or your product. And since you are studying your product against the competitor, you will also have the specifications of your competitor's product also. Am I correct? You have your product specification and you are studying your product against the competitor. So obviously you will have the specifications of your competitor's product also. Or otherwise you have to do a little bit of reverse engineering to understand their specification. Is it clear? So now you compare. First thing, let us say the important one, foreign tie-up. Foreign tie-up, you have tie-up with 25 universities across the globe. But that's why you are given you are placing your company, your institution at the higher grade. Whereas your competitor 1, his number of tie-ups are maybe some 8 or 9. And another competitor, his number of tie-ups are very, very less. So that's why you are standing better. So as far as the foreign tie-up is concerned, your specifications are already better than the competitors. Do you think further improvement is required here? Do you think further improvement is required?
Maybe no.
Already you have the buy-in of your customers, isn't it? As far as the industry tie-up is concerned, already you have the buy-in of your customer. Already you are playing well. Your quality levels are already acceptable. Your quality levels are already acceptable in the market. No need to improve further. No need to improve further. But if you have any specific reason, any specific strategy, you wanted to do well further, then you do it. But looking at the market scenario, it is not required, right? And now then the second one. Second important feature, 1 or 2. Here you are lagging. Do you understand? The affordability of the program in terms of the steady cost, you are lagging from customers' viewpoint. Based on the technical specification, your program cost is very high. And for the same segment of customer, see, when you are doing a study, you should not confuse by mixing up the customer segment. What kind of customer you are targeting, your survey should be limited to that segment of people only. Working professional means only the working professional should be allowed to participate in the survey. The working professional who are seeing your program as international, they themselves are telling that your program is costly. If you don't listen to their voice, then the story of Nokia can become your story, isn't it? So you have to listen to the customer and then take all measures to ensure you make the cost of the program affordable to your customer segments. Then only the same segment of customer will continue to avail the services from you. Otherwise, situation may completely be opposite within, in the long run. All right. So that's why, this particular table is called design planning, where what kind of changes you must do in the specification of the product, you gain an absolute clarity. If you are manufacturing a laptop, your RAM speed is 4 GB, but your competitor RAM speed is 8 GB. Now what will you do? You have to at least you also come to 8 GB, or if possible, you go to 12 GB, or no, for certain reason you make a trade-off, at least come to 6 GB. How all these decisions are happening? By proper systematically, comparing the specifications, right? And so this is called what? Design table. When I optimize the specifications of my product, I will continue to retain my number one position. Already know, as far as the customer viewpoint, in most of the areas, see here, 2 areas I am already number one. Do you see here? Out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 aspect, 2 aspect I am number one. When I do this kind of study, then my my domination, in terms of the customer perceived quality will gradually improve, and that will help my company improve the market share also. This is the advantage, competitive advantage QFD can give it to your company. Is that clear? Or how all the numbers are calculated and how the decisions are arrived? This is a simplified version of QFD. If you wanted to complicate it, yes, it is possible. We can always bring more complexity and add on more features and and arrive on almost similar conclusion. Any questions here?
Yes, sir.